Prepare to have your mind blown about what's really happening beneath your garden. You think you know soil amendments, but you've never seen anything like this. What if I told you that there's a simple, ancient technique that can transform your struggling garden into a thriving ecosystem teeming with life? Today, we're diving deep into the world of bone meal tea and its incredible power to supercharge your soil food web naturally and sustainably. Right now, as you're reading this, there's likely a silent crisis happening in gardens everywhere. Plants that should be thriving are instead struggling to survive, leaves are yellowing despite regular watering, and yields are disappointing year after year. The culprit isn't always what you think it is. While we often blame pests, weather, or our own gardening skills, the real issue lies 6 inches beneath our feet in depleted, lifeless soil. Traditional synthetic fertilizers have created a dependency cycle that actually weakens the very foundation of healthy plant growth. These quick-fix solutions bypass the natural soil ecosystem, creating plants that are like junk food addicts, temporarily satisfied but fundamentally malnourished. They flood plants with isolated nutrients while simultaneously destroying the beneficial microorganisms that should be feeding them naturally. It's like giving someone vitamin pills while destroying their digestive system. The solution has been hiding in plain sight for centuries. Indigenous farmers and traditional gardeners understood something we've forgotten in our rush toward chemical convenience. Healthy soil isn't just dirt with added nutrients, it's a living, breathing ecosystem. And bone meal tea is one of the most powerful tools we have to resurrect this underground world and bring our gardens back to life. Bone meal tea isn't just another garden trend. It's a time-tested method of feeding your soil's microbial community while providing slow-release nutrition directly to your plants. Think of it as brewing a superfood smoothie for your soil, packed with phosphorus, calcium, and trace minerals that plants crave, all delivered in a form that soil organisms can easily process and distribute. The beauty of bone meal tea lies in its simplicity, but getting it right makes all the difference. Start with high-quality, organic bone meal. This is crucial because you want to avoid any synthetic additives or processing chemicals that could harm your soil biology. For every gallon of non-chlorinated water, you'll use roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons of bone meal. The water temperature matters more than most gardeners realize. Lukewarm water around 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit creates the perfect environment for beneficial bacteria to multiply while you're brewing. The magic happens during the brewing process, which should last 24 to 48 hours with constant aeration. You can use an aquarium pump with an air stone or simply stir the mixture vigorously every few hours. This oxygenation is what transforms a simple nutrient solution into a living, microbial-rich elixir. You'll know your tea is ready when it develops a rich, earthy smell, never putrid or sour, which indicates harmful anaerobic bacteria have taken over. You know, storage and timing are critical factors that many gardeners overlook. Fresh bone meal tea should really be used within 4 to 6 hours of brewing for maximum microbial benefit. If for some reason you must store it, keep it cool and continue light aeration, but understand that the living components will gradually diminish. The goal here isn't just to deliver nutrients, it's to inoculate your soil with beneficial microorganisms that will continue working long after you've applied the tea. When you pour bone meal tea onto your soil, you're not just feeding your plants, you're awakening an entire underground ecosystem that's been waiting for the right conditions to flourish. The phosphorus in bone meal serves as rocket fuel for mycorrhizal fungi, those incredible thread-like organisms that form symbiotic relationships with plant roots. These fungi can extend a plant's root system by up to 1,000 times, dramatically improving nutrient and water uptake while protecting against pathogens. The calcium in bone meal tea plays an equally crucial role in soil structure and microbial activity. It helps create the aggregated soil structure that allows for proper air and water movement, while also serving as a vital nutrient for beneficial bacteria. These bacteria, in turn, break down organic matter, fix nitrogen from the atmosphere, and produce plant hormones that promote healthy growth and disease resistance. What makes bone meal tea particularly powerful is how it feeds the entire soil food web simultaneously. While the larger particles settle and provide slow-release nutrition over weeks and months, the dissolved nutrients immediately support bacterial populations. These bacteria become food for protozoa, which release plant-available nutrients when they consume bacteria. Fungi decompose organic matter and transport nutrients across vast distances underground. It's like starting a chain reaction that just keeps building on itself. The visible results in your garden will amaze you. Plants treated with bone meal tea develop more extensive, healthier root systems that you can actually see when you carefully dig around established plants. The foliage becomes more vibrant and resilient with that deep green color that really indicates optimal nutrition. But perhaps most importantly, these plants develop what I call garden wisdom. They become more drought-tolerant, pest-resistant, and productive because they're tapping into nature's own support system. The timing and method of applying bone meal tea can mean the difference between good results and absolutely transformative ones. For soil drenching, which is my preferred method for most applications, apply your freshly brewed tea in the early morning or late evening when soil temperatures are cooler and microbial activity is highest. Pour slowly around the root zone, allowing the soil to absorb the liquid gradually, rather than creating runoff that carries away your precious microbes. Foliar application offers additional benefits, particularly during the growing season when plants can quickly absorb nutrients through their leaves. You'll want to dilute your bone meal tea by half for foliar feeding, and always, apply during the cooler parts of the day to prevent leaf burn. The stomata are most receptive in early morning, making this the ideal time for foliar feeding. You'll often see plants respond within days, with new growth appearing more vigorous and pest damage decreasing noticeably. Frequency matters tremendously, and this is where, honestly, many gardeners either underapply or overdo it. For establishing new plantings or rehabilitating depleted soil, weekly applications for the first month provide the intensive care your soil needs. For maintenance in healthy soil, monthly applications during the growing season are sufficient. Think of it like probiotics for humans. Consistency matters more than intensity. Integration with other soil-building practices amplifies bone meal tea's effectiveness exponentially. When combined with regular compost additions, the tea provides the microbial inoculant that helps break down organic matter more efficiently. If you're practicing no-till gardening, bone meal tea becomes even more valuable because it delivers nutrition without disturbing the soil structure you've worked so hard to build. Cover crop rotations benefit enormously from bone meal tea applications, as the enhanced microbial activity helps decompose crop residues and build soil organic matter more rapidly. The transformation that bone meal tea can bring to your garden isn't just about better plants, it's about participating in one of nature's most fundamental processes. Every time you brew and apply this ancient elixir, you're supporting millions of microscopic organisms that work tirelessly to create the foundation for all life on Earth. You're not just gardening, you're stewarding an ecosystem. Your journey with bone meal tea will be unique to your soil, your climate, and your plants, but the principles remain universal. Start small, observe carefully, and let your plants guide you toward the application schedule and concentration that works best in your specific conditions. Keep detailed records of what you see, the improved root development, the increased resistance to pest pressure, the deeper green foliage that signals optimal nutrition. These observations will help you fine-tune your approach and become a more intuitive gardener. The most exciting part of working with bone meal tea is watching your soil come alive. You'll start noticing earthworms where there were none before, soil that stays moist longer, and plants that seem to glow with health. This isn't just about growing better vegetables or more beautiful flowers. It's about creating resilient, self-sustaining garden ecosystems that work with nature rather than against it. Remember, every garden is a laboratory, and every application of bone meal tea is an experiment in soil biology. Don't be afraid to adjust, adapt, and innovate based on what you observe. The soil food web is incredibly forgiving and responsive, ready to flourish when given the right conditions and support. If this guide has opened your eyes to the incredible world beneath your feet, you're ready to join thousands of other gardeners who are discovering the power of working with nature's own systems. Make sure to subscribe to the Living Soil Lab for more cutting-edge, science-based gardening techniques that will transform your garden into the thriving ecosystem it was meant to be. Share this guide with fellow gardeners who are ready to move beyond synthetic shortcuts and embrace the fascinating world of soil biology. Together, we're not just growing better gardens, we're cultivating a deeper understanding of the living systems that sustain us all.